So it's safe to warn you guys that this movie is not the Cloverfield movie you were expecting. There's no found footage shaky camera movement, there's no New York City, there's no explosions, there's no, whoa, TJ Miller going crazy behind the camera, and that's certainly not a bad thing at all. Actually, this movie was actually pretty awesome. 10 Cloverfield Lane is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and apparently this is like his big first movie. This is his big first shot at the big leagues, so hey, not bad, guy. It also stars John Goodman, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and John Gallagher Jr. It's just those three guys in the whole movie. And of course you got J.J. Abrams producing, the whole bad robot kids all there doing their whole thing. Okay, so the movie starts off with Mary Elizabeth Winstead breaking up with her boyfriend, and she's driving away and she's gonna start a whole new life when out of nowhere, boom, she gets in a big huge car accident, and the next thing you know she wakes up in a bunker, more specifically a bomb shelter to shelter her in there. Yeah. And the owner of this bomb shelter, the proprietor of this bomb shelter, is none other than John Goodman. Let me go on record in saying that John Goodman plays one of the most creepiest characters I've come across in recent memory. And yeah, he was very controlling, and he was very authoritative, and he was just... Yeah, John Goodman, respectfully, he stole the show in this movie. His performance is just out of this world. I really, really enjoyed seeing John Goodman in this movie. So John Goodman tells Mary Elizabeth Winstead, oh yeah, I saved your life and I brought you back into my bomb shelter and you have to stay in here. You can't go outside because if you do, we've had some kind of nuclear strike or whatever, everyone's dead. The whole entire world is dead. We are the only survivors in here. And John Gallagher Jr. So yeah, that's pretty much where the movie just takes place, is mostly inside the bomb shelter. And of course, a lot of you are thinking, wait a minute, if it takes place inside the bomb shelter, what about the aliens? What about Cloverfield? What about the whole thing? Of course, it wouldn't be a Cloverfield movie without freaking aliens, right? So I'm not going to say too much about it, but while they're inside the bomb shelter, they hear noises going on outside in the real world. There's a little bit of earthquake, there's a little shake and rattle, a lot of people are freaking out, even John Goodman loses it for a while. The thing about John Goodman's character is that he's so layered, he's paranoid, he's very angry, his massive size alone, just physically, is just overwhelming. Throughout the whole movie, I just kept on asking myself, is John Goodman like insane? Or is there really is there really shit going on outside in the real world? Or maybe he's just some crazy conspiracy theorist, and in the whole movie you're just thinking like, is he telling the truth? Or is he just being paranoid? That's the beauty of this whole movie. That's what I really liked about this whole movie, is John Goodman's character. He's like, you just don't know if you should trust him, or if you just don't know if he's some crazy old fuck. That's as much as I'll say about the movie. The rest you're just gonna have to watch on your own, because it is very spoiler heavy. I'm trying really hard not to spoil you guys with the whole movie. I would recommend to go see it. Definitely go see it in theaters, especially the sounds, and the guys at Bad Robot, they really do know how to put on a good show when it comes to visual effects and special effects. I had a good time watching it because I felt like it was like a long episode of The Twilight Zone, and it's just, especially when most of the movie takes place inside the bunker, there's so much tension being delivered to the audience. You just don't know who to trust, and you just don't know if John Goodman's telling the truth, or if you don't know if there's really some bad shit going on outside. There are some scenes in the movie where I'm just sitting in the movie theater, I'm just like, holy shit, that just happened, holy fuck. The thrills and the spills are there, and yeah, it's got all the elements of a really cool sci-fi, semi-horror, big-time thriller flick. I would say that the ending was a little too, it was alright. I was not in love with the ending. I thought the ending was okay, but at the drive home from the movie theater to here, I was thinking, it was like, you know what, the ending wasn't that bad. At first I was thinking I was a little too Hollywoodish, it was a little too War of the Worlds or whatever, but the ending was actually okay. The movie in general was not bad. In fact, I'm gonna rate it right here. I'm gonna go 4 skulls, 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I'm going 4 out of 5 skulls. I really enjoyed the film. There's some intense, great performances by John Goodman and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and for the director, for this being his first major film, props to him. Big shout out to Dan Trachtenberg. I'm not sure if I said that right. What I really enjoyed about this movie was the way they've been campaigning it. They literally announced this movie a month ago, and out of nowhere they're like, hey, surprise, we got a sequel to Cloverfield, and it comes out in a month, so here you go. And fast forward a month, and here I am reviewing it. I love it. Alright, so 10 Cloverfield Lane. I would really like to know, have you seen the movie? What did you think? Whatever you guys thought, leave your comments in the comment section below. And yeah, let's talk about this movie. This is a really cool movie. I had a good time. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you guys hit like and check out our blog and check out the latest episode of the podcast, and also be sure to check out the merch store. Website's down there in the description below. That is it for me. Check out 10 Cloverfield Lane over the weekend. Until then, stay focused, stay sharp, and Axial on.